saying this for the recording. We are testing students, their end of state testing in the other room. So that's why it's very quiet in here and why I will not be talking very loudly.
My backpack's over there.
Okay, go ahead.
It's in like the other room.
Yep, go ahead. Just be quiet as you go. Yep, silently, quietly. Oh, it's also a dress-up day for my students, wacky day. So just so you know. Okay, cool. All right, everybody, eyes on me. Okay. So what we're going to be doing for the main activity today is we're going to be looking at some pictures and descriptions. And the main goal in this lesson is to think about the effects that the Civil War had on different people, different types of people in the war. There's going to be a bunch of seven different stations, and basically what you guys are going to do is, in a second here, I'm going to hand out the other main piece of this, which is a chart. I'll explain that in a second. You're going to go around at each station. Each table is a different station. You're going to look at the pictures. You're going to choose one. You don't have to look at all of them. You're going to choose one. You're going to read the short description of it, and then you're going to answer basically a question from this chart. I'll show you in a second here. So what I want you guys to be thinking about is a couple different things. So first thing I want you to think about is, again, the main effects that the war had, and think about how it affected different people and different people groups. And it affected everyone differently, right? But it had a big effect on all of these different groups. And the other thing I want you guys to think about is specifically the effects of the war on the freedom and the political rights that these different groups gained or lost over the course of the Civil War. So those are the main things I want you guys to think about and focus on. And let me go ahead and... Okay, sorry guys, back with me. Back with me. Okay, so here's what it looks like. It's front and back, and there's one row for each station. So the different stations, and you don't have to go in order. You can go whatever order you want. But the different sections, you have categories of people. So there's women, freed slaves, people who cared for the sick and wounded. There's destruction, weapons and technology, death, and the growth of the federal government. So for each of these things, you're just going to do three things. Really simple. You're going to tell me which image you looked at, so the number and the title of the image. So on each of these pages, you'll see there's a number. So this is CW 7.1. Image 5A, right? So each image has a number and a title next to it. So you write down the number and the title. Hello. And then you answer these two questions. Number one, describe the image briefly and explain what it shows. And number two, you're answering the question, what does this image suggest about the perspective or point of view of the photographer or artist? Can you detect any bias? If so, explain. So you're trying to discuss perspective and think about the person who created this picture or photograph and consider what their point of view was and if there might be any bias there. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if you understand. Okay. So you can just go ahead and, let's see. I want to even you guys out a little bit, specifically at least one of you guys, or maybe two of you. Let's have two of you guys go over here and start at this station. Maybe whoever you want. Okay. And then let's have, let's see. I don't want everyone to be all stuck in one place, so I know this isn't the most fun thing, but basically we're going to make one more group. So one person from this group, one person from that group, and one person from that group go to that station right there. Cool. That works. All right. So, because they're SBAC testing in the other room, you guys need to do this quietly, right? Your voices should never go above a very quiet, like whisper or quiet, voice. You also don't really need to talk a lot anyway. Some of the stations have enough for everyone to have a unique picture. Others you'll have to share. So some stations only have one or two pictures. Does that make sense? Are we all clear? All right, guys, go ahead and get started. Yes. What's that? Oh, gosh, yeah, sorry.
I'll take one.
Yeah. That might be two there. Give one to somebody else as you go. I'll come to you guys with the cash. Start at the yeah, two of you will have to choose the same one. Oh no, wait, no, there's three of you. Yeah, so each of you choose one. Guys, it's getting a little too loud. Lower your voice.
Mr. Springfield.
Hi, Preston. The title is the italic words next to it. Just kind of shorten it so like you could just say low finishing, right? Just kind of shorten it down so you can hit it. Then you describe it in the next box. Yeah, that's fine. Guys, too loud. Lower your voices. Okay, so you just describe the image, this part right here, and I'll describe it to you. And then tell me about the perspective. Oh, because the photographer took this photo. When you guys are done with your station, go ahead and just sit tight for a minute, and once everyone's done, I will rotate you clockwise. There's a back side. You're gonna do all seven. Okay, so which one did you pick? This one? Okay, so what you're trying to answer here is put yourself in the shoes of the person who took this photo. What do you think their point of view or what their purpose was in taking the picture? Okay, that could be. And then look at the title too. It's artillery captured from the rebels, right? So what side are they on? Well, no, I mean like, are they on the Union or the Confederate side? If it says artillery captured from the rebels, who were considered the rebels in the Civil War? Yeah. So if it was captured from them, then what side of the people taking the picture?
The Union.
Yeah, right? Good. So we know they're on the Union side, so we could write that. And then maybe their purpose was to show like how many weapons there were, right? How much artillery was captured. Maybe it was to try to document it. Guys, quiet down. Okay. What's that? Okay. So, let's see. This is a new technology, right? So, one purpose in taking pictures of things is to like document new things being used, right? That could be your purpose. Okay, which one do you have? This one? Direct Confederate trains to Manassas, after this battle, second war run. Trains from the battle destroyed trains of railroad tracks. Okay. Interesting. So you gotta think of the perspective of the photographer. They were there after the battle and they saw the Union soldiers retreating, right? And they're showing this train that's completely destroyed. So maybe part of the purpose of taking a photograph might have been to like document the destruction and the damage that the war caused, right? Just for viewers. You're good. How are you guys?
Kind of confused.
On which one?
What? The second part.
And you have this one?
Yeah, I could text that.
Also, did you see reading the death warrant tool? It doesn't really tell us here. We can also assume that we've got to infer, right? So taking place in DC, so we can assume that it's someone who is right in capital Lincoln. So it's either like some sort of Confederate war criminal spy or something, or it could be a deserter or something like that. So if you want to think about like thinking about the fact that the photographer, right? In these cases, maybe he's trying to show like the brutality and the violence of war.
It's the cradle. Because the cradle's like in the tree.
Okay, you guys all done?
Your mom's sister. Was it your dad or her dad? Your dad or her dad?
Okay, guys, a little quieter. Sorry I keep having to do this, but we gotta remember the testing still. Okay, guys, you good? You all done? You guys all done over here? You guys all done over here?
Show me that. He didn't even look at it.
Guys, quiet your voices. right? It means you're not blended in. Okay, everybody, eyes up here, real quick. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone should be quiet listening. All right, anyone who's still working, keep working, but everyone else, look over here, pay attention. Caleb, stop, please. Thank you. Okay, so one thing on that third section, right, a lot of you guys had some trouble with this. It's talking about the perspective of the artist or the photographer, right, and asking what bias they might have or what purpose they might have in creating what they're creating. So let's think about this, right? Like all art and all photographs are taken by people, right? People are inherently going to have some sort of opinion or thought about what's going on in the war, right? They might be Confederate, they might be Union, they might be for slavery, they might be against slavery. They might be for more rights for women, they might be against it, right? So you have to think about each of the things that you're looking at, what perspective they might have, and what purpose they might have. So, guys, if you're listening, paying attention. Okay, Caleb, stop. Move away from the pole. Sit down. Thank you. Okay. So for example, even with like weapons and technology, which may not seem like it has a lot of a bias, right? Some of the purpose there might be just to document the types of new technologies that were being made. Are you guys listening? Okay. Some of it might be to try to demonstrate the amount of destruction or damage that's happening, like in one of these photos it shows a train that's gotten completely wrecked and turned over. Does that kind of make sense? So like everything that's created has some sort of a meaning behind it, right? So we're trying to kind of use the inferences and the clues from the captions and from the pictures to figure that out. And one more thing too is pay close attention to the words that are used in the captions. Because for example, this one says, Image 5A, artillery captured from the rebels. So by that we can tell what side the photographer's on. What side would they be on?
Confederate?
Union.
Oh,
Rebels are the Confederate.
Rebels are the
that's what I
Confederate,
thought.
right? So if the artillery is being captured from them, we could tell that the artillery, or that the photographer is Union. Does that make sense? So make sure you guys pay attention to the captions as you go. Okay, I think pretty much everyone's done, or at least almost done. If you're still finishing up, finish up where you are, and then go to the next one. Everyone else go ahead and rotate one table clockwise. So to your left. That way. To the middle table. Okay guys, make sure you still have low volume, they're testing in the other room.